So if you were sitting down with a parent over coffee, what would be your sell to not necessarily buy the book? That's not what I mean. But like, what's your sell? Like, hey, this is why we need this guide right now.
Yeah. Interesting. I'll say this because I was just going to say this about the game day chapter, which I think would also answer this question. I needed to realize as a dad, and as a coach, and sometimes I was coaching my sport. So I was a basketball player. So I was coaching my oldest son in my sport, trying to play the role of dad and trying to be coach. Okay, which just makes the things even more complicated when all those things are true. And one of the things I needed to really be confronted about in my mind and in my spirit was just how much stress I was creating for my son.
Hmm.
Um, and not just the natural stress that comes with you're trying to change or you're trying to grow or you're trying to compete. There's a natural, it's almost like natural sugar. There's some natural stress that comes along with that that's good. I was becoming a toxic form of stress because of what I did before games, what I was doing during games, and what I did after games that actually was adding to anxiety. It was more my issues than it was my kids' issues. Okay, right? And again, everybody listening at some level knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And I needed to be checked on that. And so again, we're not really hearing that from church. We may not have friends that'll do that. So like, where are we going to hear that voice that says, shut up, stop saying that to him before games? That's not helping him. Oh, shut up during games. He doesn't need to hear that. He just wants to play. Okay. Again, it's a little different when you're the coach, but even there, it's like, just
Hmm.
let him play.
They don't hear
Oh,
you anyways, right? They don't
yeah.
even hear you. Yeah.
No, after the game, I got 2 hours of things I wanna hit him with. No, no, like, that's not helping him. It's not helping him. He may not be able to say it to you until he's 27. Okay, again, that's really what the problem is because most kids are not able to put sentences together to say, "Mom or dad, that's really making life difficult for me right now." They don't usually have the capacity to do that. So it just sort of ruins relationship with them. Sport ends up becoming this space where we actually, in trying to do something good for them, we're actually, you know, putting our relationship at risk. And I've felt that intensely. So to answer your question, parent that I'm sitting across from, my guess is if you're wrapped up in the sport culture, you might resonate with what I just said. And this book, again, will just help you slow down and maybe start to pull some of those pieces apart so that you can see how to do it better. How to do it better. It's not the final word on it, but it certainly is saying, no, here's a suggestion on how you might do this differently before the game or during the game or after the game. That'll be profitable both for you and for your child.
Yeah, and the
That was great, man. Thank you. Yeah. Go ahead, Brian. What about you?
I was gonna say, the word that comes to mind as you say that is freedom, not just for us
Yeah,
as parents, but for our kids too,
good.
that what we're hoping for is we would see a movement of people begin to just take a deep breath and enjoy sport themselves as parents, but then their enjoyment of it would hopefully bleed over to kids enjoying it as well. And so I would also say this is not a minor issue. Like the direction of our culture right now with youth sports is a significant issue.
Mm,
You think of like one of the primary values of youth sports right now is performance driven identity. It is you win today and you're a winner. You lose today, you are a loser. You screw up, you're a choke artist. And even if you win, you have to do it again. You have to prove yourself again and again and again, and there's this very real danger for our kids if we're not careful, if we don't like we need to be careful we're not buying into this. Our kids could learn anti-gospel rhythms in their lives of I'm only receiving affection from people and affirmation from mom and dad when I play well. So I know in order to be loved, I need to perform. Like, is there anything more anti-gospel than that? So this is a big deal for parents to realize, and I've fallen into this trap too. I need to constantly remind myself, what my kids replicate are gonna be the things that I celebrate, and so I need to be really careful. I'm not always asking questions like, "Did you win today? How did you play today?" I want them to know that regardless of how they played, my affection for them is grounded in sonship and daughtership and not
Mm,
how they play and perform. So
wow.
just a word to parents to say this has potential gospel level implications the way you interact with your kids when it comes to youth sports. Let them know that they have an opportunity to play from a position of love and of acceptance and not for love and acceptance. But they're going to learn that through how you interact with them.